Hello dear viewers, I'm Chornath again. Welcome back to our channel. Today we have brought to you another episode containing beautiful floating shelf design ideas. As you all know, we have previously uploaded a similar video, but in this video we have brought to you another designs, more recently updated design ideas. Therefore, this video contains a collection of beautiful and inspiring floating shelf design ideas which you can copy and duplicate at your own workshop. You can pick your favorite design and try to make it at home or show it to your local workshop so that they can make one for you. You can even turn these plans or designs into a lucrative small-scale manufacturing business with a small initial investment on basic tools and materials. So we advise you to watch the video until the end and choose an inspiring design for your next project. If you are new to the channel and if you like what you see, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and smash that notification bell so that you will be the first one to be notified when we upload new videos. If you are already a subscribed member, please like and share this video so that it could reach a wide range of audience. A floating shelf is a shelf attached to a wall with no visible means of support. You need three main components to float an awesome shelf: the shelf itself, the wall, and a damn good floating shelf bracket. You can build the actual shelf part essentially two ways. The first is to use a solid piece of material like a 2-inch thick hardwood lumber and then drill or cut into it the support member of the shelf, or the floating shelf bracket can recess into it and completely disappear. The second method of building a floating shelf is to make it out of a thinner material like plywood and then essentially build a box around the floating shelf bracket. There are various pros and cons for each method, but you end up with basically the same thing in the end. The questions that determine which method to use are really about budget, access to tools, handiness, and a few about the circumstances the shelves will live in. Regardless of how you build your shelves, if they are done right, they can be super strong as well as look freaking awesome. Do you live in a home with a small footprint? Or do you love a minimal look? Well then guys, floating shelves are the answers for you. These wall-mounted shelves have no bracket, giving them the appearance of floating on your walls and making for minimal clutter. And while they may look magical once installed, putting them up isn't as hard as it looks if you do the right way of doing it. A floating shelf is a form of shelf with its wall fixings hidden within the shelf board with no visible supporting brackets. A floating shelf may have two or more channels open from the back towards but without reaching the front, into which slide fasteners are attached to the wall, typically held in place by screws inserted through the bottom of the shelf. A shelf, as you all know, is a flat horizontal plane which is used in a home, business, store or elsewhere to hold items that are being displayed, stored or offered for sale. It is raised off the ground and usually anchored or supported on its shorter lengths sides by brackets. It can also be held up by columns or pillars. A shelf can be attached to a wall or other vertical surfaces by be suspended from a ceiling, be a part of a freestanding frame unit, or it can be part of a piece of furniture such as a cabinet, a bookcase, entertainment center, some headboards, and so on. Wall shelves turn empty walls into a museum of you, where you can store and show off your things. There are lots of styles, finishes, and sizes, whether you're looking for a wall shelf with hooks, a wall shelf for books, or even one with drawers. There are even floating shelves with hidden brackets to create a seamless look while still being useful for displaying your treasures. First of all, you should decide on the style and shape of the floating shelf. Otherwise, you will get caught in a web of what, where, and why. Two main factors playing out here are what you need and how to decide. Classic floating shelves. Plain and graceful, these are neither too long nor too short. The shape is just perfect for any occasion. They are usually made of pine or plywood and polished or laminated to give a shining look. This type of shelf is inexpensive and does not carry heavy objects. You should go for this if your decor idea includes lightweight objects. This style will also never go out of fashion. You can use this in every room, on any wall, or in any corner. In the living room, remember those dishes and glasses that you bought because they were so delicate and beautiful but sadly never used them? Take them out, place them on a floating shelf, and you have a visual buffet right there. It will be an eye treat for your guests with the ability to grab their interest with this unique look. Showcase your antiques on the living room floating shelf. Place them at decent distances from each other to add historic period drama. Install floating shelves below your TV or on the walls beside your TV. Keep CDs, DVDs, books and magazines on the shelves to give a classic vibe. Check the maximum weight permit, and if your floating shelves allow, you can place your TV on the shelf. You can also add a little of all your favorite items, whether it is dishes, antiques, CDs, books, magazines, artwork, photo frames, or a small pot plant or two. The area around the TV is probably the best spot, since the TV is the highlight of your living room. In the bedroom, style these floating shelves as a bedside table. This way you can place your lamp, mobile, and other objects in a clutter-free way, consequently removing a furniture piece. You may also use this style of floating shelves for wall decorations, or maybe add one at a safe distance above your headboard. If a blank bedroom wall is staring back at you, install one or more of these shelves and decorate them as you please. In the bathroom, style the classic floating shelves above your sink and besides the bathroom mirror. Install them at a safe distance. Place your skincare essentials or towels on them. Install them in the shower and place your essentials. This allows you easy access and also gives a very modern look to your shower. In the kids' room, it's time to take out the toys and teddy bears. Arrange them one by one and create a shelf of memories. Your kid has a box full of those tiny racing cars that they need to show off. Arrange them and create your own racing track on that floating shelf. In the working rooms or in your office, floating shelves add an organized feeling and a different level of calm to the workroom, helping you to focus more on your job. Add these floating shelves above your desk and arrange all your necessary materials on it. You may even place a potted plant on it. In the closet, use these floating shelves in your closet for a very modern and minimalist look. Install them at equal distances and place your folded clothes and shoes. In the kitchen, you can place heavy objects like pots, pans, porcelain jars, spice jars, and so on. The build and material of these floating shelves ensure the safety and durability of your kitchen materials. In the library, once again, due to its shape, strength, and reliability, these shelves are used in the library to carry heavy books in a neat and clutter-free manner. You can use both metal and wood. You can place your jars, bottles, or any other work item and arrange them as you please, especially if you are working on solutions and formulas. You can use the floating shelves, namely the classic style and the elongated style, to design a beautiful layout. Make a statement by installing them in a circular design and lighting up your living room. Start with a classic type and progress towards this elongated type. Once you reach the middle of the circle, reverse the process to end at the classic floating shelf. Highly useful. You can opt for storage type floating shelves. Shelves to store voluminous materials like clothes, towels, books, and so on. They may or may not be covered with the front. This style is used to give a very modern look to the room. Floating storage sounds cool, but looks even cooler. You can use them in many rooms in your house. Triangular floating shelves can be used as a storage and a showpiece. This geometrical style gives off a trendy and chic vibe. You can place lightweight objects here, such as potted plants, photo frames, books, and more. You can place them in the living room, bedroom, hallway, and entryway. Square floating shelves. Another beautiful geometric style floating shelf is the square floating shelf that is simple and elegant. If you prefer adding a splash of color to your living room or bedroom, then this frame style floating shelf is for you. The spaces both within and above the frame can be used for storing and displaying your pieces. You can use them mostly in the living room and bedroom. Also, the wall besides and under the staircase are great places to decorate. Add one or two objects within or above the square shelf to maintain a minimalistic style. Victorian style floating shelves give off a historical era vibe. They are made of solid wood, and that's why they are very sturdy. The distinguishing feature in the Victorian floating shelves is the design at the bottom edges, and as you go downwards the shelf becomes narrower. You can place these shelves in the living room, bedroom, entryway, and even on the outside wall of your house. With the bold framing providing good support to the sides, objects placed in it can be slanted to rest on the side frames. It can be styled as a mini bookshelf. Apart from books, its sturdy shape allows you to place items inside without the fear of them falling out. You can use U-shaped floating shelves in your library, in your workroom, in your bedroom, and in the living room. Metal-rimmed floating shelves provide an exciting look to your home's walls. With their unique styles and shapes, these wall shelves are strong and can instantly catch your attention from across the room with their rustic look. Depending upon their size and shapes, the metal-rimmed floating shelves can be used mostly in the living room and in the entryways. Glass floating shelves are also available, and they are very delicate. They are usually supported by metal rims or metal brackets from below or from the sides. It is advisable to always check the weight limit of the shelf as a precautionary measure. You can use glass floating shelves in the living room mainly. How to hang floating shelves. Number 1. Select the shelves. There are many types of floating shelves, each with slightly different mechanisms to attach the signature float. But what they all have in common is the use of some kind of invisible wall-mounted bracket which holds the shelves in place and is hidden once installed. Opt for these simple ones which could look great against a Fox concrete wall. Determine shelf placement. Do you want your shelves centered over a furniture piece, spread out across the wall? Measure out where you would like them to be and then, using a level, hold the shelves in place while you draw a marking line on the wall or on wallpaper. And then trace the brackets. Using your marking line as a guide, hold your shelf brackets to the wall and trace the screw holes. If you are styling your shelves on top of wallpaper, scroll the screw marks with a box cutter, or screws go in more easily. As you can see in the video, we have compiled a number of floating shelf design ideas for your inspiration. Which one from these styles and shapes did you like? Which one will be your next workshop project? As you can see in the video, there are a variety of options. There are no limits to the floating shelves and their design potential. They could be made budget friendly or highly expensive based on the design and the materials used. If you like such content, and if you'd love to get more plans or more design ideas, please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and smash that notification bell so that you'll be the first one to be notified when we upload new videos. Thank you for watching until the end. We look forward to seeing you in our next video. Until then, stay safe and stay blessed.